Hello, Virgo. How have you been? All right, Virgo. So listen, man, it's been tough. Virgos, I know buttons. I know that there has been some challenges in front of you. I get that. And I also can see with my cards, yep, and that one that flew out. I can also see, and I'm going to start off with the Two of Pentacles. Because the Two of Pentacles talks about Virgo, shit, yeah, you got pushed to that point. You had to make a decision, right? You had to make a decision. For some of you, you know what? I feel like you didn't want to have to do that. I feel like you were kind of forced to it. Other things and energies around you or whatever pushed you or forced you to have to do that. I know you didn't want to have to be the one. But because your partner wasn't doing what they needed to do, it was kind of left up to you to fix shit the way you needed to. For a lot of you, I have to say, oh man, Virgos. You know, Virgos, I love you with all my heart. I really do. I love your energy and I love everything about you. But I don't like the fact that you were put into a position. Some of you, it might have been at work where you had to let somebody go or fire somebody or walk away from something or tell somebody what really needed to be told. Nobody else wanted to stand up to this person, but you did. Maybe with the Two of Pentacles, it's possible. It is possible that at some point you were able to juggle everything, handle everything, keep all the balls in the air, so to speak. Your balancing skills and resources, like time and money, you might have to be making a decision between these things. It's like, okay, so if I put in all the work and I can get all that money, but then I can't live my life and I can't have fun and I can't have a social life and I can't do anything else because I'm so busy working all the time. So trying to come to a decision where you can balance things out. You want to be able to maintain this balance with the Two of Pentacles. It's like you're trying to keep the balls in the air. You're trying to keep them balanced. You're trying to keep them even. You're trying to keep it going and going and going and going. But for a lot of you, you just can't keep juggling. You can't keep dealing with options. For some of you, you might be researching different possibilities. For some of you, you're literally stalling your future forever by not making a decision. You have to make a decision so you can move to the next level, so you can take the next step, so you can get on the next journey. Things are about to change big once you finally, man upstairs making all these noises, once you finally make a decision. Whatever your situation is, but you're going to have to make a decision and take action on it. You cannot keep juggling these different options, these possibilities. For some of you, keeping your options open will only leave you with options, no commitment, and not moving forward, no forward motion. So you're going to have to make a tough decision. The next card that comes up for you guys is, in fact, the Four of Pentacles. So with the Four of Pentacles, you know, this is a great card because it wants to talk about you might be trying to gather the information in order to be able to make that choice or decision. You might be coming up or surmising things, coming up with a sum of. For some of you, you might be wanting to share what you have. Maybe you'll share some of the workload so that you don't have so much to do. For some of you, it's like, yes, you want to take care of yourself. And yes, you want to build a future for yourself. And yes, you want to take care of the people that you love. But at the same time, on the other side of the coin, it could be about you work so hard, you kept working so many hours, because you could never get enough. You were never satisfied. You never could feel like you had enough. Be careful with that. Be careful with that, because for some of you, this could be quite challenging. Now we also have up the Nine of Pentacles for you. The Nine of Pentacles comes up, Virgo. The Nine of Pentacles can talk about prosperity and personal luxury. Maybe that's why you liked working so hard, because you like the personal luxury. True. But at the same time, for some of you, you may have this luxury without having to put a day of work in your life. For some of you, you may have a partner who does all this for you. You may have a partner who deals with work issues and not sleeping and traveling a lot and all this other stuff, why you reap those rewards for some of you. For some of you, you might be just trying to find your simplicity, your independence, by acknowledging and living the experience of an ultimate personal satisfaction. For some of you, you're not resting on your laurels. You're just not. For some of you, be careful. Be careful. Because for some of you, this overindulgence, this carefree, no responsibility, is going to catch up with you. Something is going to backfire. And for some of you who are single, you need to get up and do something about it before life decides to change it for you. Then we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, I warned you guys. So with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords card, in fact, can talk about... she was telling me about the page, but no, Graham, is the Knight. So where the Knight of Swords is concerned, it can represent, again, a soldier and a fearless crusader. I believe Taurus had that same card. Somebody's hating to be held back is what it's talking about. Somebody doesn't want to be kept from their destiny. Somebody wants to be able to reach the goals that they want to reach. They don't want to have to wait. Somebody's not wanting to wait. They're just not wanting to wait. For a lot of you, it's almost like... it's kind of like the Three of Swords. Because with the Three of Swords, there's sometimes relationships can have down moments. It can have a down period where there's quarrels or miscommunication. For some of you, it might seem to happen more often. And I don't know why that message is coming up about the Three of Swords, because I did not even pull a card for Three of Swords. But Spirit is telling me that just because the period is hard doesn't mean it has to be bad. It's telling me that the only way out of the pain is through it. So whatever you're struggling with here, whatever you're fighting for, whatever you're battling against, whatever you're refusing to do or not wanting to be pushed, sometimes we go through that period of being uncomfortable so that we can learn and grow. Now, for a lot of you, that uncomfortableness could be because somebody is hanging the hell around. Somebody won't leave. Somebody is determined to get your attention. Somebody also could be spying on you. Now, also, this Hangman could also represent lessons learned. And when you take responsibility for your actions and then accept their consequences. So for some of you, maybe being so aggressive towards somebody, being defensive, keeping somebody away, pushing them away, having to defend yourself, or whatever the situation. It's different for everybody. But it is important that this card representing lessons that were learned, responsibility that may have needed to be taken for the actions that maybe you had, or the person who's watching you has to take responsibility for the actions that they chose. For some of you, it's saying you need to release this tight grip that you're holding on to with your ideas and the situation at hand. For some of you, you're trying to control this so much, you're holding it so tight, like, I'm going to be in charge of this. I'm going to try to keep this person under my control. I'm going to make it so they can't look at nobody, talk to nobody, speak to nobody, cheat on nobody. They can't do nothing. I'm just going to try to hold them, control them. And when you're doing that, you're not going to win. You are not going to win. You must release and let go. Just like that old saying, if you let something go and it comes back to you, it was yours. If it doesn't, then it never was. Tough reality, but true. Next card that comes up is the Eight of Wands. Ooh, the Eight of Wands. So where the Eight of Wands are concerned, what do you think about it? What do you think about the Eight of Wands? Is that you trying to balance things out? Is that you as far as having important news flying through the air toward you? It can also mean something's quickly changing in your life. So something is quickly going to change, or news is going to come fast. Messages through people, communication, gossip even. There's definitely a time for excitement and action. So don't hold back. That's what it's saying. Do not hold back. Be prepared. If you meet somebody new, be prepared for a whirlwind romance. Cupid's arrows are flying like hell. So congratulations to you guys, because it looks to me like Virgos are going to have Cupid bite you right in the ass with that arrow. Here it comes. You better get ready in October. I told you.